Since your favorite village boy is on a journey to change the narratives of Africa, I know for sure that I've been showing you guys that Africans don't just live on trees. And I know that I've been showing you most beautiful gated communities in various countries in Africa. But coming here for the first time, I feel like this is on another level. I said it. Yes, indeed, this place is on another level. This place is well organized. Lastly, when you live in a place like this, you connected with nature because you're not just going to live in your room, you will have a serene environment. You know what? They call this place Ayi Mensa Park, but from today, I'm going to change the name and call it the Green City because this place is greenish. You know what? Stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, my name is Mr. Ghana Baby. Please don't forget to subscribe to be part of this awesome family. Believe me, we can still hit 500,000 by the end of this month. Be part of this family by subscribing to the channel. You've been hiding from me.
Maya, I've had to respond to all the inquiries from your video.
You know, like most of my subscribers thought that I was lying to them because I promised them that after uploading the video here, the next video is going to be that interview with you.
They kept me busy, brother. They kept me busy.
You've seen the response from the video?
It's extraordinary. It's absolutely extraordinary.
Did you ever believe that people will appreciate what you do?
It's not so much what I do, it's what you do.
No, come on. That is your work and I was just promoting what you've done. I can't take the credit for that. Me, I just came here, walk around your neighborhood and just promoted it. That's it, for people to know that there are Africans that are doing something magnificent on the continent. So I just want to say congratulations and keep up the good work.
Thank you, Maya. Thank you. And I want to say something to you as well.
Oh, wow.
Because we build communities here. We've got a community of 200 people, and I think we've done a decent job of it. But you've built a community of almost 500,000 people.
Wow.
And you've connected the diaspora all over the world. There are Africans who are in Asia who are tuning in. There are people in the African diaspora from the Caribbean, African Americans, Ghanaians, Nigerians in the diaspora, and you're helping us connect ourselves and connect with each other. It's extraordinary. To be able to share what we're doing in Ghana as African entrepreneurs with the entire black diaspora without having to go to CNN or BBC or CNBC, to be able to speak directly to our people is extraordinary. So on behalf of all African entrepreneurs at various stages, Maya, what you're doing is amazing.
I want to say thank you so much. I know you personally, but I know that somebody out there is watching us for the first time.
Sure.
Who are you?
My name is Kofi Anku. I'm a partner at Ayi Mensa Park, which is the development we're sitting in. I've been involved in real estate in Ghana for the last 20 years.
Wow.
As well as agriculture. I'd love for you to come and see my greenhouse at some point.
I would definitely going to check it out. So you
Please do.
Kofi, do you think Africa is the future?
Maya, it's the present. It's happening now. We're doing it.
Wow. This is indeed an interesting conversation. And tell us more about Ayi Mensa Park. What makes Ayi Mensa Park so unique?
So Maya, these are 200 units. We've got a few flats, but mostly townhouses. And for the standard, they're fairly moderately priced. What's interesting about this community, and I say community because the emphasis is not simply on the houses, but also the interaction between neighbors and the security that the community provides. So you've got 24-hour manned security. There's CCTV cameras, it's gated, but it feels open.
Yeah.
You've also got the pool. You've got a clubhouse. You've got a multi-sport court for the kids to play. There's a jungle gym. And there's a beautiful park in the center. We've really tried to incorporate nature.
Wow. And how much does it cost?
So we've got a few 2-bedroom units left, 140,000 USD. And then it kind of goes up from there. So there's a 4-bedroom, 3-bedroom. We've got a few 1-bedroom flats that are pretty much sold out.
And Kofi, I think I will help you solve the 4 the remaining 4.
Fantastic.
Based on what you've been telling me today. So I just want to tell each and everyone out there, if you're looking forward to move to Africa or buy house in Africa, buy from Kofi. Put your money in Kofi's business, and Kofi will definitely give me a cut. Kofi,
Why not? Why not? Why not?
Kofi, let's go to we have a lot of African brothers and sisters in the diaspora. If you should give them an advice on how to invest, is it worth it to invest in Africa? Is it worth it to visit Africa? What would the message be? Because you lived in the diaspora,
sure,
and you're back here, so you're the best person to, advise our fellow brothers and sisters in the diaspora. What will your message be?
Well, I would say this, that oftentimes as an entrepreneur, you go for a long stretch of time when you're the only person that sees value in what you're doing. And then when it reaches a certain point, everybody wants to get behind it. So the important thing is for them to come. Come to Ghana, spend a few months, look for opportunities, see what you can uniquely contribute, what gaps are there, and also what you can bring to a much larger market. The market is in the US. The market really is in Europe. That's where there's a lot of demand. There's demand here as well. But the advantage you have as an insider, if you're an African American or if you're a Ghanaian American who's born there, is that you understand America. You're an insider there, and you can be an insider here very quickly, right? So you will see opportunities. Look at your channel. This is a testament, right? Exactly. All you needed was a phone to start your business, and now you've got the most successful African vlogger, YouTuber on the continent. It's an honor to be sitting here with you, brother.
Okay, you, man. And I just want to say thank you so much for talking to me. I appreciate your time. Kofi Anko, the CEO of what?
Mercury Estates.
All right.
And we've partnered to create Imensa Park.
Thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you.
How many times do I have to tell you that Africa is a virgin land? How many times do I have to tell Africans that it's time to break Africa's virginity? You know what? Africa was raped some time ago, but it's time for Africans to resist from Africa being raped again. And this is why I am here. I'm telling you that in 2021, I'm not going to joke with you all, because it's time for each and every African out there to make Africa home again. If I say that, which means I'm talking about Africans that were born on the continent and Africans that were born in the diaspora. Look where I am. This project that you see on your screen is done by an African. He looks like you and I. So which means that Africans are capable. Those days when we see something beautiful on the continent, we consider it to be a foreign investment. That I don't want.
Thank you.
I don't want to talk too
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Let me know. Your name is Mr. Tayo?
Tayo Shonuga.
Were you born and raised in Nigeria?
Oh yes, yes. Born and bred in Nigeria.
Really?
Yeah, I was born in Badagry. My parents were teachers, so we lived in Badagry for a very short period of time,
Okay.
and then we moved to one village called Ikpaja. It's a very popular Iyanokpaja. People know Iyanokpaja, but the actual village is called Ikpaja. That's where we grew up.
You were born in a village?
Well, no, I wasn't born in a village, but we lived. I grew up in a village.
You grew up in a village?
Yes.
Will you call
yes,
yourself
yes.
a village man?
Well, but even that place now is no longer a village.
It's
a city.
Wow.
Thank
you.
Yeah.
I mean,
nice seeing you.
it's a pleasure meeting you.
Yes.
It's a mortgage.
Yeah.
And then you rent it to people.
Then you rent it to
and then use that to pay your mortgage.
Exactly. And then they'll still have some extra. And then I'll probably get some bank loans. And then I'll get another house. People put small deposit, maybe like 10% deposit. I get my mortgage, and that's how I grew.
So at the end of the day, how many houses did you own in the UK?
Oh, back then in the UK, probably almost about 80.
80 houses?
Yeah.
You're not buying their mortgages?
No, the mortgages. Yeah, because there was a scheme then, buy to let. They call it buy to let. So you can go to the different lenders, and you can actually buy the whole block.
And after
yeah.
all this,
Yeah.
80 houses in the UK,
Yeah,
we decided to come back
yeah.
to our fatherland.
Absolutely.
Our fatherland.
So, well, the thing is that, in the UK, eventually, before there was a crash, there was a glut in the housing market.
Okay.
So, a lot of the properties then, they crashed in value. But before they crashed in value, had disposed of, some of them. Of course, by the time you pay capital gains tax and all that, it almost like takes everything. So it's almost like, it sounds huge, 80 properties, but by the time you sell it, you pay tax, there's nothing left at the end of the day. But I got an insight into Nigeria when I came from my younger brother's wedding. So we checked into one of these hotels. We used to see those hotels, those are big hotels.
Big hotels, yeah.
I went to the bathroom and the tiling was so bad, because of what I'd seen over there. It's not the way the tiling. That's when I started noticing, bad tiling, plaster jobs, not straight. So I went back to the UK. I said, wow, this has to be this is something we can change. Yeah. So I met with a friend of mine in the UK. He's an architect. His name is Mr. Tonaladiga. He currently runs Plain Architecture. So he had also he had also seen this, and he built a house in Magodo. We call it the White House. He built it for his uncle. So we went to that house, my brother. I was stunned. I was like, is this really possible? Those houses you see in the movies. Yeah. And then I said, yeah, we're going to build house for stars.
So you're going to build house for
stars. For stars. Yeah.
So that's like, which means that you partner with him?
Yeah, so we came together and bought this piece of land in Magodo. I also had some partners as well in the UK, but they didn't relocate with me. They stayed in the UK. So we came together and we started building in Magodo. So we built the first house in Magodo. And that house, caught a lot of our attention. It was contemporary. It was big windows. Then he comes up with some mean internal architecture, bridges, walkways, high gallery. We didn't have that in Nigeria in the commercial sense. Yeah, you don't have any commercial developer doing that in Nigeria until then. When you see those kind of houses are probably in Banana Island or billionaires who will import architects for their own custom design. So
Nigeria went to the UK, left, came back to start a change that I think right now most of the developers are even learning from.
Oh yes,
What is one thing that kept you moving?
Well, there was an initial, feel-good factor that you want to do a change. Yeah, I mean, it was a risk. We took a risk, but at the end of the day, when you now start seeing your type of house coming up and people will call you and say, oh, are you the one building? Because we were the only one building that kind of house then. Okay. Oh, we saw your house in Banana, we saw your house. No, other people are. So that change was, was an inspiration for me. Then secondly, when we started building estates, like this Richmond Gate estate, that one we were there. There was a day I was taking a walk because it's very close to the beach. Yeah. And I saw, this almost like a community. And I saw one of our contractors there. He said his mother lives there, his son lives there, everybody lives there. His children are going to school. I stand back, I look at that community, I say, I thank God that they were empowered. So when that project was about to finish, I thought about it. I said, well, left to me, just go back. You also the challenge and much. But I think one thing. So what are you going to tell that guy? You're going to tell him, well, yeah, all of you go back to the city? No. I said, no, you're going to keep going on.
It seems
any developer will do will be to set up a showroom. That's the first thing they do. So that when you want to buy, because they're selling off plan, just like us, the first thing you do is walk into a showroom. So they'll show you what you're buying. Well done, made up bed, chair, curtain, furniture, everything. So we built a house and we staged it, we put, but I'm not sure, maybe I'll probably take you to one of them.
You have to, you have to take you to one of them.
So you have a master bedroom with full bed, curtains.
Just a showroom.
Just a showroom. In fact, we put some papers there say do not sit because it's not for city. Yeah. So, and that's the beauty of coming back to Nigeria. bring ideas there that they just take for granted. Bring it there, it works.
Investing in Nigeria, there should be some challenges that every entrepreneur might face. From you, what kind of challenges did you face when you're establishing your business here in Nigeria?
There's still challenges.
Oh,
There's
ongoing
still
challenges.
ongoing. I mean, the instability of the economy is a major one. So, for instance, since we started this project, I'll tell you that the price of average material has gone up by about 30%.
30%?
Yeah. The exchange rate, Naira, has crashed. Yeah. So, for a new investor, that could be very daunting. So, I mean, I'll say that right there. I mean, I'm not going to say just come in and jump in, Everywhere has its own challenges. So, yeah.
If you have a chance to change one thing in Nigeria, what will you change?
There are too many things to change.
What will you change?
But I think I would like an environment where there is love and concern for the neighbor, for your neighbor. Yeah.
Love and concern
for your neighbor.
For your neighbor.
I think sometimes as a society we think only of ourselves a lot. I think we only look at what will please me, and once it pleases me, I don't care about whether it affects the next person. But the moment we're able to even sometimes inconvenience ourselves for the sake of the next person, I think Nigeria will be a much better place.
Africa is home. Come home and invest in Africa, and let Africa invest in you. Africans for Africans, man. Let's do something.
Welcome back to the YouTube channel. It's your favorite village boy, Mr. Ghana Baby, right here in Accra. I'm still in Accra, yeah? You know what I found? I was actually busy looking for an apartment for my friends coming from different African countries. Listen, I was looking for something moderate, something that my friends can afford because, I'm not so rich, so all my friends are not so rich. Whenever I become rich, I think I'll be surrounding myself with people who really have money. I came across this apartment. I was like, wow. I never knew something like this actually exists in here.
Well, it does.
And you know what? When I'm looking for an apartment, I'm actually looking for an apartment that is owned by an African so that the money can stay in Africa.
That's how it should be, bro. That's how it should be.
That's how I got to know you. My name is Wode Maya, the one and only annoying village boy from Ghana.
Nice
And my job is to travel around Africa to celebrate Africans doing something on the continent. And I think I am here to celebrate you today.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Wode. I'm pleased to be here.
Thank you. Are you from Ghana?
No, I am actually Nigerian by fatherhood. My mother is from Sierra Leone. My wife is Ghanaian.
Hey!
So I'm 3 countries, Charlie.
Have you been to Sierra Leone before?
I just came last week.
Last week?
Yeah.
How was Sierra Leone?
Beautiful. Beautiful country.
Salon na heaven.
Salon na we country.
It's a bit of Creole.
I'm a Creole boy.
Hey!
Able.
Okay, and which part of Nigeria are you from?
I'm Yoruba. I'm from Osun State in Yoruba.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
sorry, I would have called you an Yoruba demon, but I don't think you're a demon. Kilo Shele. Bawone.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
Thank you.
All right, so I just want to have a quick conversation with you. First of all, born by a Nigeria and Sierra Leone parent.
Yep.
What brought you to Ghana then?
My wife brought me to Ghana. Ever since then, I've taken roots in Ghana as well.
You met your wife in Ghana?
No, we met in England. I live in England. I'm a lawyer in London.
Oh, okay.
My name is Deji Adejobi. I own a law firm in England called Enon & Co. Solicitors. We defend criminals and sue the police. And we do a bit of immigration and every kind of law we do.
Then I think a lot of my audience needs you because I think majority of my audience live in the UK and the US. So
Brilliant.
If you're in the UK, see, but this one I think I need a commission. If you're living in the
No
UK
problem.
and looking for a lawyer, I think I got you a lawyer.
Yes.
But you need to pay me a commission before you speak to him. All right. I think I'll put your details so that they'll reach out to you.
Yes, it's Enon & Co. Solicitors. And it's the telephone number is 0207-281-2123. 0207-281-2123.
He's giving you his number so that I won't get a commission.
No, you still get your... You still get your commission from me.
And it's good to see you. So,
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
living in England, and why didn't you invest in England, decided to invest in Ghana?
Oh, it's important that we don't forget where we are from. I am a very Afrocentric person, and as far as I'm concerned, everything comes from Africa. And it's important that every African, wherever you are, you must come home and put something down, because our people need us. There's a lot of brain drain, power drain, resource drain, but we should start bringing them back. And COVID has done a good thing. It's crystallized people's minds about the importance of, knowing what the important things are. And I reckon a lot of people will now start taking stock. And it was a beautiful thing. We had the year of the return.
Yeah.
A couple of years back.
2019.
And we have to keep returning, people. We have to keep returning. Don't forget Africa. This is where it's at. And we should keep coming back. This is hopefully going to be the first of many investments. We hope to.
I mean, this is your first ever investment?
Yes, in Accra.
Oh, okay. But in Nigeria?
We're looking to do
Salon?
bigger things.
I mean,
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Inshallah, as my Muslim brothers say.
Yeah, because I'm wearing my, how do you call it? I don't even know the name of the clothes.
I think it's long kaftan.
Long kaftan?
Yeah.
I went to Somalia and I fell in love with this kind of clothing.
Beautiful.
I've been wearing it since. Now you've invested in Ghana. Do you think it's worth it to invest in Ghana?
Beautiful place to invest in. Ghana is central between Nigeria and the rest of the West, and everywhere. Ghana is just the center, in my view, of the world. I think it's very, very important. We can invest everywhere in Africa. I plan to go to Tanzania next time, and hopefully Rwanda afterwards, especially countries where there are strong African leaders doing big things for us. We can invest everywhere in Africa. I plan to go to Tanzania next time, and hopefully Rwanda afterwards, especially countries where there are strong African leaders doing big things for us. Yeah, people who are making me proud. I want to go there and do something there.
Why Tanzania?
Well, have you heard of the bulldozer?
The bulldozer is no more.
Well, he inspired me. I never knew anything about Tanzania until the bulldozer came and went. And for me, he made a mark, as is the current Rwandan leader. They're not all perfect, but we've seen a lot worse. And as far as I'm concerned, there are people out there to be looked at. And where we can glean positive things from them, we should. And much more importantly, be proud of Africa. This is where it's at.
Let's talk about your apartment before I ask you my next question.
Yes.
Now, how many stories are this?
We have 8 apartments in here and 2 rooftops. So 4 stories now, actually. And there are 2-bedroom apartments each way. And then we have a large studio here on the rooftop and a small studio as well.
Are you selling them?
Well, there are a couple for sale. You make the right offer, we will sell. At this moment in time, they are mainly for Airbnb.
Okay.
And a couple for long-term rents. And we'll see how it goes. The price part of it, though, is the pool apartment. If you want to take a look down here, it's actually a 1-bedroom deluxe penthouse on the ground floor by the pool.
Yeah.
It's so far been our bestseller and our hotcake. Yeah. And hey, nothing is set in stone. If the right offers come, we will sell.
I want to know, do you believe that Africa is the place of opportunities?
Absolutely. Africa is where everything happens. And what makes it quite crystal clear to me was traveling on the plains. You'll be surprised to find, my friend, that there is more white people on the plane between Accra and Sierra Leone than there are black people. There were more white people on the queue when I landed in Lagos from here than black people on the plane, despite how horrible Nigeria airport was.
Whoa.
Sorry, I've had to give
No,
that
you
something.
have to. So you gave it to the extent that you even forgot to tell me the answer to my question.
You see, there you go.
I'm saying, do you think that there are opportunities in Africa? I mean, like investing in Africa is worth it.
I believe so. I believe the returns on your opportunities, they go a long way than they do go in Europe and elsewhere. What I certainly will get for £100 in Accra is a lot more than what I will get for £100 in London, where I'm based. That's for sure. That's to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. And there are so many things here because many of the natural resources are just here. And I find that a lot more Africans are living it, whereas the other people who are not Africans are coming to take it and use it. And then we are coming to now buy things. Went to Malcolm, it's an Indian guy, who is, we have to queue to pay Lebanese man. We have to queue to pay, and sorry if I sound controversial, but I think Africans for Africans, man, let's do something. Okay, we've got to do something.
So which means that you definitely have a message for Africans.
Yes, Africa is home. Come home and invest in Africa, and let Africa invest in you. There are things I can do here today that I can never do in England.
Can you explain that?
And I'll leave it at that.